ravens weren't bringing them any food and the water had stopped. The Lord told me, you've been at a brook that he sent you to. And the water has stopped flowing. And check this out. And what used to feed you don't feed you no more. That's why you're feeling real strange, and you'll try to go back and do the old stuff, but it just don't do it no more. I was sitting up asking God the other day, I was trying to find some way to find whatever used to make me happy, and it doesn't do it. It's dried up. And then the word of the Lord came to Elijah. And I'm gonna stop right there. I need you to be back here next week. And the word of the Lord said, get up. I've prepared a woman to bless you. Someone has already been set up, got your name, waiting on you to bless you. Maybe they didn't get it. Someone has your next, got your name. God has already set them to provide for you. I don't know where you're lacking. I don't know where it is, but I know that you've run out of where you are, and you've been trying to deal with now when God has something next for you. God has prepared somebody with your name that's already set up to give you your next. Your now has run out, and your next is coming, and I need you to get excited that God has already set up the next move, set up the next action, set up the next deliverance, set up your next business, set up your next exploit, set up your next... What's this? Be here next week. Touch your neighbor and say, be here next week. I almost want to jump in that deep water right now. Touch your neighbor and say, my next is already prepared. They said, my now has expired. I'm headed to my next. I said, I'm headed to my next. My now has expired. Where you see me at now, you won't see me there. I'm going into my next. I'm going into the next dimension. I'm moving into the next place. I'm stepping into the next phase. I knew was something happening. I knew something had to change. God has gone. Oh! And you've been trying to deal with, why is it, they say, why is it, like every time, it seemed like something about to break through in my life. I get right to that place and nothing happens. Am I talking to anybody? I said, am I talking to anybody? And it just seems like I've been in this now too long. My water ran out, and my food ran out, and my joy ran out, and my peace ran out. But something inside of me said there was much more. There's something bigger. There's something greater. There's something next. There has to be a next, and that next has already been prepared. I've already set it up. I've already fixed it up. No, you don't understand. You understand what I'm saying. Oh, what's this? Y'all done pulled it out of me now. I gotta say this. Touch your neighbor. Touch your neighbor and say, then evening, then morning. Say, then evening, then morning. Touch somebody else and say, then evening, and then morning. Say, when God was creating our necks, he always worked in the dark to bring us into the day. What's been going on in the dark is God has been preparing you for your day. In his creation, he's always doing something in the night, but weeping endures for a night. I'm here to tell you that joy comes in the morning. Your next is morning. Your next is not another night. It's not another dark moment. It's not another trial. It's not another setback. It's not another betrayal. It's not another sickness. It's not another divorce. It's not that. It's not that. It's a blessing. It's a blessing. It's a blessing. Watch this. Watch this. Watch this now. Watch this. Watch this now. Drew, bring my iPad. You done pulled something out of me. Watch this. Touch your neighbor and say, no selfies. Touch somebody else, say, no selfies. Come here, Drew, give me my thing, give my. Touch somebody else, say, no selfies. Now see, I'm from the Kodak Polaroid day. I said, I'm from the Kodak Polaroid day. I'm not from the iPhone, camera phone, instant phone, something. How you like me now? When we took a picture, we had to let it go into the dark. It had to go get developed. It needed somebody to develop it. And then even when it went to Polaroid, you had to wait and shake it like a Polaroid picture. I'm here to tell you that you've been in development. It ain't no instant thing. What God had to do in your life, you couldn't do it yourself. You couldn't do it yourself. You couldn't bear to witness what God had to fix, so it put you in the dark. You've been trying to do for yourself, only God could do. I'm here to tell you where you were going, only God could fix it. Listen here, real soft. Just stay with me. When they came up out of Egypt, say when they came out of Egypt, God took them the long way because there's certain things he didn't want them to see because it would have turned them back around. I'm here to tell you that he had you in darkness, not because he was trying to punish you. There were certain things that he had to arrange. There were certain enemies he wouldn't let you see. There were things that you couldn't bear, you couldn't understand, you wouldn't know how to deal with. Folk talking about you, and you think a few folk were talking about you. There were a lot of folk trying to take you down, and God said, I ain't even gonna let you see it. Say, I'm not talking about my now. Say it, tell your neighbor, I'm not talking about my now. I'm talking about my next. And God had me being processed. Say, I've been processed. I was in the dark. I was in the development. I was being developed. But how you like me now? I'm stronger. I'm better. I'm greater. I'm taller. What's this? What's this now? What's this? I had something else I thought I was going to preach. Get the first service CD. What's this? Oh, yeah. Touch your neighbor and say, good morning. I said, that was kind of a long night. Say, but welcome to your next. And say, let me explain to you what happened. Let me explain the cycle you've been through. Just give me 5 minutes. I'm going to get out of here. I got to get some blood. But I want you to understand the cycle where every time it felt like you was about to get that breakthrough, something just did not go down right. But I want you to hear that God, someone say, God, he's still moving. Touch your neighbor and say, he's still moving. So tell him, I'm not talking about your now. I'm talking about your set up next. Say, God ain't getting ready to do nothing. It's already. It's already. I said it's already. It's already. Good morning, Newbirth. Good morning to you. Good morning. Now watch this. Watch this now.